All right. I've got one to submit to the Tompkins Poetry Contest. I wrote it today. It's called Little Old Shop. Out where the prairie kisses the sky and the tumbleweeds roll for the skeptical eye, stands a little old shop with a big old heart, where nonsense and genius aren't far apart. It's the frontier trading post, bold and bizarre, with pink flamingo coconuts stacked by the bar. Little Heather runs it, tough as a boot, with a ledger, a glare, and a smile kinda cute. Now Kai, her dear man, is a curious case, with a Hawaiian shirt and a big ruddy face. He samples the profits, eats chips by the bag, always wiping down tables with an old dirty dish rag. He perfects and arranges the displaying racks with a cat on his shoulder who's dodging the pet tax. Heather has plans to boost up the sales, sell tropical nonsense, maybe some snails. So now Kai must dance in a coconut gown in a video ad to draw folks to the town. From Swift Current they'll come, she declared with a grin. If you shimmy and sparkle and maybe suck your gut in. Kai wept a bit softly and struck a sad pose as Chappie the store cat chewed on his toes. The open sign flashed, and an old gray truck made of duct tape and luck pulled up to the front, and old Larry leapt out with a grunt. He visits a while with a bag full of buns and a mischievous smile. They're Hutterite buns, he proclaims with some pride. Heather grabs him a Fresca and takes it all in stride. Then Melissa the baker, our pajama-clad friend, gets woken at dawn when the pretzel supplies end. Sorry, Melissa. She stumbles in bleary with flour in her hair, yelling, "Two, just two, that ain't even fair." The customers freeze, Chappie leaps from her perch. Melissa spills coffee and curses the church.
That's good.
Ah, Chappie the cat, she's the brains of it all. She runs inventory, staff, and morale. Next we have Scotty, the poet, a mystical gent who wanders in rambling about quitting salty carbohydrates for Lent. He strolls into the trading post, bold as can be, yelling, "I've come for beef fat and maybe some tea." Little Heather the clerk just rolls her eyes. Used to poets and preachers and travelers' lies, she'd holler, "The lard's in the back right next to the smocks, and mind the store cat, she guards all the stocks." Customers ask, is he hired or the boss? Heather just shrugs, not all who wander are lost. She explains, cowboy poets come rhyming like dust on the breeze, trading haikus for jerky and cheese. A fiddler from Nashville once bartered his song for 10 avocados to last him all week long. Back behind the store, near the garbage bin, Scotty's got Kai, learning how to fit in. "Now hold it like this," he says with a grin, as Kai rolls a cigarette, thin, thinner than sin. Out front, a man comes knocking, calm as a lake. He asks for one thing, a cucumber, for Pete's sake. But every dang time, the answer's the same. "We just sold the last one to the man with no name." Just then from the saloon, slow and austere, came the owner next door, dreadlocked, severe. He said not a word, just gave one small nod, then poured 7 sugars into his coffee with a plod. Scotty the poet emerged from the loo, muttering prophecies no one quite knew. "Seek ye the man with the minions tattoo. Never trust cats who stare back at you." Chappie the cat, now she wasn't impressed. She knocked over Bibles and took a short rest. A tourist from Swift Current blinked in dismay. They bought 15 coconuts and ran away. Heather declared, "See, I told you they'd sell," while Kai muttered softly, "I'm going to need a bigger bell." Now once every spring when the snow starts to melt and the smell of fresh tallow is tangibly felt, they host a grand contest. Poets must duel with haikus and sonnets and limericks cruel. Scotty, of course, wins most every year with lines like, "The wind is my father, regret is my beer." He bows, then vanishes with mystic delight to his cotty behind the potty to dream through the night. A customer once asked, "Is this store even real?" And Scotty replied, "Reality's fluid, learn how to deal." Heather was crouched near a pile of receipts, trying to track down a week worth of eats. "Kai," she said sweetly, with one of her ominous looks, "when will you finally take over the books?" Kai, in his shirt with blue flowers bright, said, "I would, dear, but not till tonight." "Tonight," Heather snapped. "That's what you said last week, last month, and the day we first wed." Kai mumbled something about spreadsheets and fate and escaped through the back with a slice on his plate. Heather just sighed and turned back to her math while Chappie curled up in a sunbeam's path. The cat seemed to know, as all good cats do, that Heather ran things and kept the place true. And somehow it works, this lawless emporium, with tallow and rhymes and mild pandemonium, where cats run the ledgers and mystics serve tea. Here at the Trading Post, a man can be free. So come one, come all, to this prairie's bright toast, this ridiculous realm of the frontier trading post. Buy tallow and pretzels, hear poems that confuse, or just sit by the fake stove and catch up on the fake news. Because out in this world, it's the odd who survive, and the ones who sell coconuts, they just might thrive.
Wow.
There you are.
That was great. That was really good. Great work.
Thank you.
So that's how you write poetry.
Yeah.
In one day.
Yeah, on the toilet breaks when your wife's not paying attention.